This is Mohamed Salah. This is Florian Wirtz. This is Hugo Ekitike.
Here's Ekitike again, looking to provide one. He might be getting what he has.
This is Rion Gravenberch. This is Virgil van Dijk.
Liverpool looking to step down on the accelerator now with half-time approaching. But now De Bruyne, and now Haaland, one-on-one with Van Dijk. Erling Haaland tries to twist and turn. He's done so well to get the shot on target.
This is Dominic Szoboszlai.
Tomori the defender. Ngumoha beats him once, twice. And then the little stab for...
This is Cody Gakpo.
Salah turns and twists. Gakpo!
This is Giovanni Leoni. And this is Rion Ngumoha. Together they are not just players, they are the warning sign of something terrifying.
Most of my time that I think about football, people think that I think about the tactic sports, but that's the opposite of what is true. The most time where I think about football is how can I find a way to bring more energy in you or bring more energy.
They are the Liverpool of Arne Slot. 2 games into the Premier League, 2 games of suffering, 2 games of victory. That's what champions do. No matter the struggle, no matter the chaos, they always find a way. Liverpool are already playing like a team of destiny, grinding out results in the fire, winning battles that weaker teams would have lost. And when you see that, you know one thing. This is the DNA of champions.
These wins this means more to me than when we play good football, because tonight had, for me, nothing to do with tactics or with good football. It was just a great game to watch, but not because of tactics.
And then look at the numbers. A transfer window worth €339 million. The deepest, most complete squad in the Premier League. Youth and experience, pace and power, stars and prodigies, all wearing the same shirt. But it's not just about talent, it's about the man pulling the strings. Arne Slot, the best manager in England right now. A coach who doesn't just win, but evolves, adapts and builds systems that tear opponents apart.
I mean, we talk about Liverpool and what type of champions they're going to be. In the 32 Premier League games this season, in 28 of them, they've scored 2 or more.
And here's the truth that should make everyone afraid. Slot's Liverpool isn't playing like Klopp's Liverpool. It's darker, smarter, colder. His new plan of play is pure calculation, a machine built to suffocate the Premier League. The league has already felt it. Newcastle, Bournemouth, and next step Arsenal. They're watching closely. Because this Liverpool isn't just coming for wins, they're coming for everything. So be warned, this isn't the Liverpool you knew. This is a monster reborn. And in this video, we'll break down exactly why Arne Slot's plan is so evil, and why the Premier League should already be terrified. First, we have to talk about what happened in Newcastle. We expected drama at St James's Park on Monday night, and we got chaos. From the first whistle, Newcastle's fans turned the stadium into a storm, roaring for every touch, every tackle, every hint of pressure. Liverpool looked trapped, pinned inside their own third, struggling to breathe, struggling to control the ball. And yet, in the middle of that noise, it was Liverpool who struck first. After 35 minutes, Ryan Gravenberch's shot deflected, but deadly rolled past a static Nick Pope. 1 chance, 1 goal. Champions do that. Then came the turning point. Anthony Gordon, Newcastle's warrior on the press, flew into Virgil van Dijk's ankle. Yellow at first, but VAR saw what the referee missed. It became red. Newcastle were furious. Liverpool smelled blood. And before Arne Slot had even walked back to his bench after the interval, Liverpool doubled their lead. Hugo Ekitike, ruthless inside the box, smashed the second past Pope. 2-0. Newcastle broken, or so it seemed. Because this match refused to die. On the hour, Bruno Guimaraes rose above everyone to head Newcastle back into life. The Geordies roared again. Belief returned. Minute 88. Chaos in the box. Willa Sula bundling the ball past Alisson. Against the odds, 10-man Newcastle had levelled it, 2-2. St James Park was trembling. But Liverpool under Arne Slot are built differently. In the 100th minute, yes, the 100th, came the boy, 16 years old, Rion Ngumoha. Unmarked at the far post, one chance, one strike, history. The teenagers' finish tore through the noise, silenced the tsunami, and exploded Liverpool into wild celebration. A ridiculous ending to a ridiculous match, but one that showed exactly why this Liverpool should terrify the Premier League. And now we need to talk about Liverpool's rising star. Last week it was Federico Chiesa. This week, it was someone even younger, a boy, a teenager, 16 years old, Rion Ngumoha to the rescue. Thrown on in the dying minutes, with Liverpool's title hopes slipping through their fingers, he stepped into the chaos and found perfection. The ball rolled across the box, Szoboszlai dummied with pure class, and suddenly, Ngumoha was free at the back post. The freedom of Tyneside, one strike to define everything. And he did not blink. He curled it past Nick Pope like it was the easiest thing in the world, like he had been doing this all his life. It was the kind of finish that belongs to champions, the kind of moment that proves why Liverpool are not just surviving, they are winning, even when the odds scream otherwise. 2 weeks, 2 matches, 2 moments of salvation. That is what title contenders look like. A team that can suffer, collapse, and still claw back victory. And for Ngumoha, this wasn't just about a single goal. He had already lit up pre-season, 3 goals.
And the buzz as Ngumoha gets the ball and
2 assists, a teenager tearing through senior defences and making it look like playtime. Now he has gone beyond proving he is ready. Now he has shown that he is decisive, that he is a match winner.
Missed it. But you know what? You know what I liked about him, Rio, is as soon as he came on and he had the ball, he went straight away to play his 1v1. There was a 1v even 3. He didn't care. He took the ball at desire, will, and he got his reward at the end, being high and wide, and the awareness of the team, bodies between the line. But again, I'm with you. You don't have to touch a ball to have an assist for me. What he did, he moved everybody, not everybody obviously, but the right back away to make sure that he could free Rio Szoboszlai there. That has to be his assist, or at least 2 assists.
16 years old and already the name echoing around Anfield. Already the nightmare of defenders. Already the spark that turns hope into belief. Ngumoha isn't just a star in the making, he is already shining.
Wow. It's difficult to create history at Liverpool because, you know, the club's got such great history, but for a young man, and listen, it's been the weekend of young players coming in. You obviously think of what Arsenal had with Darwin coming on, but there's been something about this lad in pre-season where Liverpool supporters are getting really excited, and Luis Diaz has moved on. He was the competition with Cody Gakpo on the left, and there's a feeling of Liverpool need to replace Luis Diaz, but what do you do when you've got a young player like this? That is definitely going to be in the minds now of the Liverpool hierarchy in terms of what they do in the next week. Because when someone has an impact like that as such a young player, that's just not...
And now we need to talk about the signing of the summer, Hugo Ekitike.
The first Liverpool player to score in his first 3 competitive matches, Community Shield, first 2 Premier League games since...
For weeks, all the noise was about Alexander Isak. Would Liverpool make a move? Could they prize him away? But fate had other plans, and it was the other striker in this saga who stole the show at St James Park. Early in the second half, with Liverpool already ahead, Ekitike stepped up, calm, cold, ruthless. From the edge of the box, he slotted home, doubling the lead with the kind of composure that defines true centre-forwards. This is why Liverpool brought him in. This is why he cost £69 million. And this is why Newcastle's regret must sting they wanted him alongside Isak. But Liverpool moved faster, snatching their man before the window slammed shut. And what a return he has given already. 3 competitive matches, 3 goals. Bournemouth, Crystal Palace in the Community Shield. And now Newcastle. Every time he is given a chance, he delivers. That's what a number 9 does.
Ekitike, but make no mistake, the way he did finish that is outstanding.
Slot's team looked shaky in the first half, forced onto the back foot, struggling to control possession. But Ekitike needs only 1 moment, 1 ball, 1 strike. That's the difference. His goal came so quickly after the restart that Arne Slot hadn't even sat back down in the dugout. Blink, and Liverpool's new striker had already punished Newcastle, and that is the scariest part. Ekitike isn't even close to his best form yet, and he's still scoring every game. For Liverpool, this isn't just a transfer, it's a statement. A world-class number 9 has arrived, and the Premier League will have to deal with him every single week. And now we need to talk about the weapon Arne Slot has quietly recovered, Ryan Gravenberch. His return to the starting 11 was meant to bring control, to plug gaps, to add defensive steel in a midfield that had often looked too fragile. For the first 30 minutes though, it didn't feel like it. Newcastle swarmed. Liverpool's midfield of Gravenberch, Curtis Jones and Florian Wirtz was overrun. The ball given away too cheaply, the back four exposed, again and again. But then came the shift. Slowly, calmly, Liverpool began to breathe. Possession became slower, patient, deliberate, and at the heart of it was Gravenberch. He was the one dictating tempo, the one allowing Liverpool to take territory, the one sparking the sequence that led to the throw-in. That led to the opening goal. And then came the irony. The man trusted to defend was the one who struck first blood. Gravenberch read a Kieran Trippier throw-in, pounced, carved out space at the edge of the box, and unleashed a shot at the near post that froze Nick Pope. His first Premier League goal since April 2024, after 37 league starts last season without a single strike. It was the reminder Liverpool fans had been waiting for. This is not just a holding midfielder. This is a player who can break lines, change games, and punish mistakes with cold precision. Yes, the defensive flaws remain. Liverpool have now conceded twice in 3 straight matches, and Gravenberch himself lost track of Willa Sula's run that led to Newcastle's equaliser. The work is far from finished, but Slot has done something important. He has reignited Gravenberch. A player once lost in inconsistency now looks sharper, hungrier, more decisive. And that makes Liverpool even scarier. Because if Rion Gravenberch becomes both shield and sword, Liverpool don't just have balance in midfield. They have a lethal weapon reborn. But now we need to talk about the scariest part of the video. First, we need to start with the defence. Arne Slot didn't just spend €339 million to buy names. He spent it to build a system, a machine where every piece has a purpose. And the truth is frightening. Liverpool might now have the most balanced squad in the Premier League. Look at the flanks. On the right, Jeremy Frimpong. His heat map bleeds red in the opposition half. He's not a right back. He's an extra winger, a dagger stretching the pitch, forcing fullbacks into panic, delivering width and overloads high up the field. On the left, Milos Kerkez. Different profile, controlled, disciplined. He supports attacks without abandoning his line, locking down his flank while still adding crosses and progressive passes. Where Frimpong's chaos, Kerkez is stability. Together they give Slot perfect asymmetry. One side all attack, the other steady defence. The numbers prove it. Last season, Frimpong, 5 goals, 3 assists, 113 dribbles at a 61% success rate, 221 offensive duels, relentless penetration. Kerkez, 2 goals, 4 assists, 244 defensive duels with a 61% win rate, 150 interceptions. Controlled balance. This is not random. This is data-driven evolution. Liverpool's recruitment team once gambled on Mohamed Salah when others doubted him. They were right, and now they believe Frimpong's not just Trent's replacement, he's an upgrade. But it doesn't stop there. The backline is being reforged. Virgil van Dijk remains the anchor, the commander who can cover zones and hold the line. But next to him, Ibrahima Konate has looked unstable, inconsistent, and distracted his mistake against Newcastle's first goal, proof that his mind may already be in Madrid. That is why Giovanni Leone has arrived. 6'4", aerially dominant with 63% of duels won, intelligent with the ball, 88.7% pass accuracy, comfortable with both feet, 180 progressive passes. He doesn't just defend, he anticipates. He reads strikers before they act. His former coach Roberto Baronio said it best. He already controls attackers with the tricks of an experienced defender. He has the intelligence to be one step ahead. Slot now has fullbacks who stretch and lock, centre-backs who can dominate in the air and anticipate danger, and a midfield rebuilt around Gravenberch and Wirtz to dictate tempo. This is balance at its most dangerous. You just have to pay attention to what happened in Newcastle. Just as Liverpool were beginning to establish a first real spell of possession, Gravenberch scored from range and then Gordon was dismissed. From then on, Newcastle defended in a 4-3-2 shape. Liverpool built with a converted back 3 as Szoboszlai moved higher and Milos Kerkez dropped, as Liverpool could now dominate the ball. On their left side, a deeper Kerkez often helped draw out the widest player of Newcastle's second line, with simple passes around, either into dropping winger Cody Gakpo to bounce back inside, or straight into Curtis Jones and Florian Wirtz as number 8s. Liverpool were able to progress forward. If there is one reason the Premier League should be afraid of Liverpool, it is the midfield. Names like Dominik Szoboszlai, Florian Wirtz, Cody Gakpo and Rion Gravenberch are enough to make any opponent tremble, and with good reason. Arne Slot is building around what is, without doubt, the most complete midfield in England. Arsenal might come close, but Liverpool's balance of creativity, power and intelligence feels unmatched. And yet all eyes are on Florian Wirtz. His adaptation has been slower than expected. Against Newcastle, he was the only attack-minded midfielder not directly involved in a goal. That raised eyebrows. But patience is vital, because we already know who Wirtz is, 3-time Bundesliga midfielder of the season. The conductor who made Bayer Leverkusen champions for the first time in their history, a playmaker so decisive that Liverpool spent a record fee to bring him in.
You know what the big problem is? If Liverpool get Wirtz, it's done.
It's done. Is this your bold shout?
Have you seen him?
Oh yeah, of course I have, yeah.
The data shows why. 10 goals and 11 assists in 2024/25. 21 direct goal involvements from midfield. A creator and a finisher rolled into one. His 189 dribbles at 60% success prove his ability to beat opponents, while 112 progressive runs underline his hunger to move play forward at pace. He isn't static. He drifts left, drops deep, or attacks the half spaces behind the striker. He bends the game to his will. At Newcastle, though, the picture was more complex. Salah stayed high and wide, pinning Newcastle's left side. That opened lanes for Szoboszlai to receive between lines, while Jones held the centre. Wirtz, caught between roles, became redundant. Liverpool controlled possession but created little. And then came Slot's gamble. With Newcastle pressing for the equaliser deep into stoppage time, he could have played safe. He could have thrown on Giovanni Leone, 6'5", to protect the box. Instead, he rolled the dice. On came Harvey Elliott. On came Rion Ngumoha. Liverpool shifted to a back three, pushed a fifth man into the forward line, and overloaded Newcastle's stretched back four. Conor Bradley bombed on down the right. Salah tucked in. Chiesa joined from the bench. Szoboszlai advanced and Ngumoha delivered the killer blow. That is the Slot effect. Even when Wirtz is quiet, even when the structure looks flawed, Liverpool have too many weapons, too many layers, too much chaos built into their system. And when Wirtz finally settles into this machine, when his Bundesliga brilliance fuses with Slot's malice, Liverpool's midfield won't just be the best in England, it will be untouchable. If there is one player who symbolises how Arne Slot has transformed Liverpool's attack, it's Mohamed Salah. Under Klopp, Salah was the superstar who carried the team on his shoulders. Under Slot, he has been rebuilt into something even scarier, an attacker unleashed, focused almost entirely on destruction in the final third.
Premier League. And I think I had that conversation with the manager. I told him, I was very honest with him. I told him, like, with me, you're gonna win the Premier League, but I have to feel really comfortable with it, with the way we play.
The numbers tell the story. With Klopp, Salah averaged 127 shots per season, 185 dribbles, 94 recoveries, 87 progressive runs, and 221 touches in the opposition's box. Ruthless already, but under Slot, the output has jumped. 126 shots, 209 dribbles, 143 progressive runs, and an insane 291 touches inside the box in a single season. The difference is simple, but brutal. Slot has stripped away Salah's defensive workload and told him to focus only on chaos, drive at defenders, carry the ball into the box, be relentless. And Salah has responded like the killer he is. His dribbling volume has spiked. His box entries are higher than ever. He is no longer dragged into defensive traps. He is free to stay high, stay wide, and wait for the moment to punish. Then comes the movement. Salah no longer hugs the touchline waiting for the ball. He shifts centrally, dragging left backs with him and opening corridors for Frimpong to attack. That movement creates two problems for defences. Either they follow Salah and leave space wide, or they hold position and let him attack the channel directly. Both options are deadly. His pace remains his most terrifying weapon, and Slot has maximised it. Salah now spins in behind more often, bursting through defensive lines at the perfect angle. One such run in Liverpool's league opener produced an assist, setting the tone for a season where his creativity has exploded. And that's another evolution. Salah was never known as a provider under Klopp. Goals were his currency. But under Slot, he has delivered the best assist numbers of his career, enough to win the Premier League Playmaker of the Season award. The balance is frightening. Still a world-class scorer, now also an elite creator. Salah is no longer just Liverpool's talisman, he is Liverpool's system. When Salah thrives like this, everything else in Slot's machine clicks into place. Wirtz gets more space between lines, Ekitike gets service, Ngumoha finds freedom, and Szoboszlai, the silent conductor, can pull strings without the spotlight. Liverpool's attack was already feared. Under Slot, it has become unstoppable. Right now, the best player in Liverpool's squad is Hugo Ekitike. His heat map tells the story. He is not a static striker glued between centre-backs. He roams, he drops into the half spaces, drifts out wide, and positions himself just outside the box to link play. Every movement pulls defenders out, creates overloads, and opens corridors for Salah, Wirtz, or Ngumoha to burst in behind. And the data screams the same truth. 15 goals and 6 assists in the 2024/25 season. A striker who finishes, yes, but also one who creates. 112 shots with 39% accuracy, and expected goals of 21 and 33 shot assists. He's not just the man at the end of moves, he's the man who starts them. With 130 dribbles attempted and nearly 400 offensive duels, Ekitike doesn't shy away from engaging defenders. He stretches backlines, forces chaos and gives Liverpool constant vertical threat. At his aerial game, 131 duels contested, and his pressing numbers 48 interceptions and 69 recoveries, and you see the complete forward. For Arne Slot, this isn't just a replacement for Darwin Núñez, it's a new version of Firmino multiplied by 10, a forward who can drop, link, press, dribble and finish. And in the Premier League, that profile is gold dust. No wonder Ekitike is already one of the favourites for the Golden Boot. No wonder fans call him the signing of the season.
He's got all the raw ability, like Owen said, big unit, runs in behind, holds the ball up, scores goals. But you're right, Fletch, when he pulls that shirt on and it's that little bit more expectation, there's another 20 different messages every game for tickets, and you feel that you just start playing at a big club, it can weigh heavily on some shoulders, and you just don't know until he plays.
He has adapted to English football faster than anyone could have imagined, and he's giving Liverpool the goals and the smiles they craved. Ekitike is the sharp edge of a terrifying machine, because when you add him to Salah's rebirth, Wirtz's playmaking, Ngumoha's rise, Gravenberch's rebirth, and Slot's evil tactical plan, Liverpool don't just look strong, they look unstoppable. This is Arne Slot's Liverpool. Balanced flanks, a rebuilt midfield, a reborn attack, and a striker who looks destined to dominate the Premier League. And here is the real warning. With Hugo Ekitike through the middle, Rion Ngumoha exploding on the left, and Mohamed Salah cutting in from the right, Liverpool now present one of the most terrifying attacking trios in the Premier League, standing shoulder to shoulder with Arsenal and Chelsea's best. This isn't just a team, it's a nightmare for the rest of England. Be afraid, very afraid, because Liverpool are back, and they are here to take everything.